Welcome to Sprague Insanity. I want to cover the rain gear I'll be taking on my backpacking trip. I don't want to go into a lot of detail of how I got to this decision for this particular gear other than I need breathability. I want it to be light. Was it on sale and reasonable in price? So that was my decision making. So what did I finally decide on, and how did I use it to see if it really works? All right. So the first thing I want to talk about are my hiking boots. The reason I include in the rain gear is because they are protected with Gore-Tex for a little bit of waterproofing. I wouldn't say it's totally 100% waterproof. Nothing really is. But it is to help resist the water getting inside your boot and soaking your socks. Now, these boots are the Salomon, I believe the 4D2 GTX, I believe that's what they're called. Got them on sale at REI in one of their garage sales. Wore these, and the reason I'm bringing these up is because they helped protect my feet. I was out, and I'll show later in the video, I went out in a thunderstorm here in Texas. Water was running over the toes. I was stepping in puddles out there for an hour. When I took my feet out, my socks were bone dry. Now, what's the downside of Gore-Tex protected hiking boots? These are still really sopping wet on the outside, and this has been 12 hours after I came in. So it takes a while to dry these bad boys out, and I see the point by some hikers saying they don't go with any sort of water protection because it just takes forever to dry out, and they'd rather just have wet feet and let their shoes dry out quickly. But me, I prefer to have dry feet and also need hiking boots for my ankles, so this was a perfect combination. It worked wonderful. The other piece of gear I bought, and this came from Amazon, and it was on sale, the Outdoor Research Foray rain pants. Why did I buy rain pants instead of a quilt or anything else? Well, in this particular model, what is really nice are these long zippers that go all the way up your thigh, clear down to your boot. You can open them up wide and fit them over your boots to put them on and off without having to take off your clunky boots. Very nice feature. The other thing that's nice about this, it has a zipper at the bottom, goes down, and a zipper at the top. So if you have it totally zipped up, you could zip either direction to give you a little bit more breathability. In addition, the cuff itself has a snap, goes around your boot. Doesn't have a drawstring, but it does have these two orange tabs here that possibly you can connect to your boots or your shoes and put in a drawstring of your own and cinch them down if you had to. For me, these fit perfectly over the cuff of my boot. No problem. They went over. The rain came down and went over the boot. Didn't go inside the boot. Fantastic. Other feature of this, there are no front pockets, but there is a rear pocket, which I didn't use for my one night out. But if you look at the waist itself, it's got a draw cord to cinch them down. It's also got two loops and loop in the back so that if you want to wear suspenders to help hold them up or cinch them to your pack or whatever to keep them from falling down, that's available as well. Got a size large. I'm 6 foot tall. I probably could have gone with a medium, but at least these are big enough I could wear over multiple layers if I wear pants or some sort of warm synthetic underneath for cold days. The next item I have is, and I got these, I think I mentioned at Amazon on sale, the Helium jacket. It's a Helium HD. I got this on sale at Moose Jaw. And it has two side pockets, very deep, one on this side, one on the other. What's nice about these pockets, they're really, like I said, they're really deep. And this one has a little keychain or connector for your valuable items you don't want falling out when you're stuffing in and pulling out of this pocket. It also has a top pocket, breast pocket. It's fairly small. I tried to fit my cell phone in here and it didn't go in completely. So it's a little small. But granted, I run a Note 8, so I got a big phone. Now, what I really loved about this jacket was this brim. It fit over my head. I wear glasses. It kept the rain off my glasses in a downpour. Fantastic. I love this. The other reason I bought this jacket over the Helium 2, which is lighter, is these wonderful pit zips there, because I sweat a lot when I walk and work out. So these pit zips are pretty long. You can unzip it. You can try to let in cool air, let out the hot air, and keep from sweating so much. So bottom line, how did it work? Well, I decided to channel my inner 8-year-old. I went out and we had a Texas thunderstorm with flash flood warnings. And I decided to go out walking for an hour with these items. Thin underlayer, shorts, hiking boots, hiking socks, etc. Etc. Walked around, and let me tell you something. I got back, I pulled this off, I had a little bit of dampness on my arms. I think that was mainly due to sweat. I don't believe it was rain, but I wasn't like soaked. My shirt, my underlayer was a little bit damp from sweat. I could feel it against my skin, but it wasn't soaked at all. So it did its job. It kept me dry as much as I expected to keep me dry, right? Because I am sweating. My glasses were steaming up. I had to undo the pit zips 20 minutes into my walk, in which I walked over an hour. So I was putting out some heat and some sweat. Did a good job. The pants, fantastic. My socks were dry. My socks come above my boots, up my calf, bone dry. My lower legs a little bit damp. Again, I think it's because of the sweat. And my shorts were bone dry. Did their job. They were fantastic. The boots, again, fantastic. Water running over the top of these, stepping in puddles, soaked on the outside. I pulled my feet out. My socks were bone dry. So I highly recommend these products. You'll see the video clip of me walking in the rain, or you've seen it earlier. And I'll show you the weather map as well. And it was in the video. Highly recommended these products. Again, it's the 4-Way by Outdoor Research, the Helium HD by Outdoor Research, the Salomon 4D 4D2 GTX. Fantastic rain gear. Looking forward to wearing these in bad weather. And that's it for me. So happy hiking.